What's up guys, Sekapoko here, bringing you the One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this we're going over my multiple team compilation guide for Colosseum Moria, a little bit about the character and what you should do for the farming him. He's pretty easy Colosseum, really much older Colosseum, and he's useful in certain situations. Alright, without further ado, let's go right in the video. So Saka, why should I farm Colosseum Moria? He's okay. I mean, he's not perfect. He's pretty good. Colosseum Moria is going to be a nice free-to-play unit for you to farm. He's going to be a slasher and driven character. He's going to act out at 3,223 HP and 1,211 attack. He can also max out at 229 recovery and has a good ability with recovery candies. His captain ability is going to boost the attack of driven characters by 2.25 and recover 3 times character's recovery at the end of every turn. So if you can recovery candies, he's aiming for about 987 if you can recovery candies, which is decent. I mean, 987 per Moria, making so you get like 1987 healing. That's okay. I mean, Enel's way better, but I mean, you could use it for recovery candies. Why not? The main reason he's actually a useful unit is he's going to change his own orb into Dex and deal 300,000 fixed damage to one enemy. And that's really useful if, say, you can't bring Striker Law. There are Kai raids that are all out in the world right now. There are lots of other content out in the world. And hey, Moria might be a useful character in the future. Hint, hint. So definitely a good character because he is a 300,000 fixed damage character to one target. A very useful ability no matter what you can do. Kai raids are a thing, guys, so you may need to use this character in the future, and that is the reason I farmed him, because I wanted a character that did a lot of fixed damage to one unit that I might need to bring for a slasher or driven Kai raid, and I didn't want to have this guy not farmed in my box. Definitely a usable mechanic. Let's say if you got 99 turns of attack down, or they had like 99 turns of defense up, or something like that, making it so that you could not kill this character without fixed damage. This is definitely a useful character to farm just for that mechanic. We'll be going over a couple different teams today for teams that can easily clear this, teams that can farm this, and some meme teams as well. And of course, I started it with the meme team just for you guys. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the multiple team compilation for Colosseum Moria. Round 2 with the combo hit team. Here we go. Takes a lot of concentration. Very hard team. Very hard team. How do you find a Frank Captain? I have a second level 400 account. So for the combo hit team today is basically just me doing this really close team that I might have been able to complete, but the thing with combo hit teams is that they're very hit and miss, and you never know if you're gonna be able to do it until you actually try it. The database doesn't work on combo hit teams. You can't like try to figure out what the damage would be on a certain team. You just have to go for it and hope for the best. I'm thinking I might have enough damage because I can get my orbs. But if I get really screwed on turns, then I might not win this next turn. Okay, so we have. Okay, so I'm basically going for a nil turn next turn and I have to like go all in next turn and hope for the best. So here we go, I guess. Okay, so that was about 500k. Okay, it's a little better. We got two matching orbs here. I didn't get the orb on the Kuma. I guess I could reset for the orb on the Kuma and then just keep resetting until I get the orb on the Kuma. Come on. Oh, nice. Okay. So here we go, boys. Moment of truth. My thought is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. How much damage do you do? You do 1435, and you're at 14. Okay, so this will be the last hit then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here we go. Oh man, only a little close, right? Only the closest team ever, right? Oh my gosh, that was close. All right. We didn't get a block orb on the bad character, so that's good. That's good. All right. We got decent turns too, so we should be okay. My hope here is we're gonna do enough damage to kill. Okay, cool. We got everybody. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what comes more attack? You have the most. Okay, here we go. Don't mess up. It was so close! It was so close! No! Oh! So close! Oh! It was so close! Fuck! I could have two-turned him. The first real team of the day is going to be a Lucci team where we're using Lucci, Doflamingo, Colosseum, Lucci, 6+ Kuzan, and Rayleigh. Now, of course, none of these characters were out at the time. This was just actually a really fast farming team that I used to beat this, and is actually a very good team to beat the comp very quickly, and just it's also super, super safe. The strategy here is basically you're using the Colosseum Lucci for orbs on one of the turns, and you're getting a 1.75 type boost with the with one of your Luccis, and then you also are going to be popping the Doflamingo special as well as the Rare Recruit Rayleigh special on Moria to give yourself a full board of matching orbs and destroy it. You can also pop the Kuzan special too for chain lock, but it's just kind of overkill. It just really depends on what you have. Kuzan is not really necessary. He is replaceable. You can bring somebody else if you want to. You can bring Conjuro, whatever you want. He's not like a super, super needed unit. There are tons of other units you can use if you want to. I just brought him because he was quick and I figured I have sockets, why not? The next team we're going to be running is going to be a Judge team with the German batch minus Reiju. I'm using just Treasure Mode Whitebeard here so I can clear the wave at the end, and that makes it a little bit easier for me. Typically, you can use another team if you want to. The full German batch works too, just this is a little bit faster. I figured it'd be easier too, so why not? Overall, this team is actually pretty fast, pretty safe too. There's going to be no problems with it. These are just farming teams that you can use. And if you do get this out on the global version next time it runs around, you are getting the German batch coming out as I'm recording this video. So it should be a team that you can use and will be global friendly within the next month or so. So far, all you got to do on the ore stage is pop one Judge special and you're able to clear them in 1 or 2 turns, depending on orb luck. And then on the final stage, you're just going to be popping your Judge special, then pop the Niji special. Make sure you pop the Niji special, but Judge and Niji before you pop the Whitebeard. I actually didn't do that, and I only have a type boost right now on the on the Whitebeard, which is really funny. So I actually just messed up and popped specials the wrong order. Still did way more than enough damage. The next team we're going to be using is going to be a global-friendly Treasure Mode Mihawk free-to-play team. And it was requested to make something that was free-to-play, and then I was requested to make something that was Treasure Mode Mihawk, and then I was requested to make something that was global-friendly. So I was like, shit! So I decided to put all three in one and say, okay, this is what you do. I actually messed up, and you can kind of see it here, and I had to pop my Kinemon early. And I wasn't supposed to do that. What I was supposed to do is use the Kinemon and the Zoro special for the final room, and I actually messed up and wasn't able to do that. Right here, I have to do it a little bit differently, so I'm using Rayleigh for orbs, basically, and that part kind of sucked, and then I'm using Rayleigh and the Doflamingo for orbs, but I get 3 matching orbs, so that's way more than enough to clear it. But typically what you would do here is use the Kinemon for orbs, and I just messed up. Use Kinemon and Zoro for orbs, and you're just bringing your other boosts into the room. Otherwise, you pop the specials in the inverse order that I popped in here, and you should be perfectly fine and do way more than enough damage. The next team I'm running is going to be a Nekomamushi team that will be global friendly in about 3 weeks as I'm recording this video right now. And it's a pretty fast team, pretty normal team that you run with Neko. If you're running Neko plus Boa Sisters, this is just a team you run. It's pretty simple. There's not much to it. You're going to be popping the Boa Sisters on the final boss, and you'll be popping Neko specials on the first boss in order, on the Moria, not the Moria, the ore special boss here, in order to just kill him and make sure you have enough orbs to kill him. You don't really need all of the characters here. They're just, you know, this is the best possible team. You can replace the Boa Sisters with characters that you want to use instead. You use like Dex Conjuro instead of Sandersonia, and use just Marigold for full, Sandersonia plus Conjuro for matching orbs. You don't have to bring Marigold. You can though, totally up to you. There's a lot of options here, so don't feel like you're just set in one set of characters here. You can see I almost kill Moria with just one tap of the Marigold, so there's definitely more than enough damage here. Don't feel like you're locked. The next team I'm running is going to be a 6+ Barto and Doffy team. And this team was kind of just requested because a lot of people don't have the Doflamingo, so I just said, okay, no problem, I'll make a Barto team that you can use that will be also as effective as if you just had Doffy. And people have been asking me a lot to make more 6+ Barto videos because they have Bartolomeo, but they don't have the V2 Doffy. So I said, okay, that's fine. This team kind of just showcases a little bit of what you can do with the V2 Barto. I just popped just the Barto special here, and I do almost enough damage to kill the final boss there. Not final boss, kill Ors, and it does a lot of damage because it's a 1.5 Ore boost and 1.5 type boost, which is really great. On this final boss here, I'm going to be popping the Akainu basically for a wave clear, and popping Shiki as well for another wave clear, and V2 Doffy for another wave clear. So you have a bunch of options for wave clear. You don't have to worry about just bringing one or having to bring a V2 Doffy friend. You can bring double Barto if you wanted to, and you'd probably be fine. The Shiki will give you matching orbs, which is really nice, and then Doflamingo, your version 1 Doflamingo matching orbs. If you don't have version 1 Doflamingo, Ray Doflamingo will work fine here. You're not going to really need him. And you also don't need Colosseum Enel. This is just overkill on damage. You can see when I start attacking him, I'm actually killing him within like the 3rd hit or 4th hit, and just the massive damage you get from Ray Akainu there, just awesome. The next team we're running here is going to be a double V2 Lucci team, and this team is also global friendly. And this team is a little bit easier to make for those of you who have V2 Lucci instead of Neko, totally fine. There are replacements on this team if you don't have the bow assisters. They're not 100% necessary, as again, you can use other powerhouse characters if you like, but I would say this team would probably be your best bet if you're looking for the most damage. There are other units you can use. You do not need the conditional boost. You do not need all of these units. This team is just massive overkill. It clears the content quickly and safely. If you're looking for other replacements besides the Raid Fujitora, then you can bring any other orb booster. You're not using him for orbs, so he's completely replaceable. You can use a different type booster besides Sandersonia if you'd like. For type boost, you don't have to use that. You don't have to bring the Marigold either. You just bring an Orb boost and type boost, and you'll have more than enough damage to clear this. Your V2 Lucci specials actually do all of the wave clears, so you're perfectly fine with that as well. But that you can see here that I'm just going to be tapping in once with Marigold, tapping once with a couple different characters, and then the massive damage increase from the later hits with Strength just completely decimate the confidence. You're totally fine. The next team we'll be using here today is going to be a double V2 Law 6+ team, kind of showcasing a little bit what you can do in the future with the Cerebral teams. The Croc is not necessary, but it was a strength character and he's strength Cerebral, so I figured, hey, that might make it a little bit easier to clear the final boss. The V2 Law 6+ wave clear is really what helps out a lot for the final boss, and that's why I brought the team in general, and it makes it really easy to clear the ores on the earlier stages. Plus, Cerebral has a really nice set of matching orbs almost every single turn, so it makes it really easy for them. And the new Charlotte is actually here for, is it Charlotte? I think it's Charlotte. Is here for the block orb as well as chain orbs, chain lock mechanic. So she's really nice for this particular boss. Treasure Mode Sabo, not 100% necessary as well because, you know, he's just overkill damage. And you can use the Nami for orbs in the top row, or you can bring another type booster, whatever you want to do. There's tons of options for orb manipulation. You can bring Heracles in, tons of options. Anything you want to get full matching orbs, or you can use many different characters besides the Sabo and the Nami. They're just there because I wanted to bring them. The next team we'll be going over today is going to be a Treasure Mode Cavendish team, and it was requested just to bring a TM Cavendish team because someone didn't have V2 Doffy or Barto, so I made a driven team that was very similar to the previous team, except I took out one of the straight characters and put in the Rare Recruit Diamante. And the reason the Rare Recruit Diamante is in here because he was the highest damage quick driven unit that I could bring that wasn't like a legend. If you have V1 Legend Doffy, use that instead. It's perfectly fine. You don't need a delay or anything like that. This character was kind of here for orbs and damage, so totally up to you what you want to bring. There's lots of characters you can bring instead. But basically, you would want to bring him because he's quick and he does orbs and stuff. But he doesn't really provide anything else to the team. The next team we're going over is going to be a double Enel team, and this team is a little bit trickier. But it was actually probably one of the more fun teams I ran today, and the reason it was fun is because I actually got to use a V1 Law special with Enel, and I hadn't been able to do that before. And it was really cool to watch because it killed the boss so quickly, like it was like instant death. Dab on the meters. So that was pretty cool. As far as Marco and Shirahoshi replacements, the thing with Enel teams is they're extremely whale, and they're really hard to make because to get to that 2 million damage threshold, you definitely need healers if you want to use them in a Colosseum stage, but if you do want to use them in Forest, they're much different. Overall, Enel's just a really fun character to bring here, and what I do to kill the ores is I pop a Marco special for an ore boost as well as a heal, and then I also use the Niji special here in order to get my type boost, so that I'll have a 2-turn type boost, and then because I can't kill him in just 1 turn, what I do is I also pop a Shirahoshi for the second set of orbs, so she gives me a second turn of orbs, but you're probably going to have mostly orbs anyways, but she does provide an extra healing. But you do have 4 turns to kill this orb, so you're probably fine as far as healing goes, as far as overhealing goes on the earlier stages. And then when you get to the final boss, just, you know, V1 Law double Enel and you're done. And the last team we're going to be doing today is my favorite team of the day, which is going to be a Lucci plus Franky team. And you can see on there on the first turn, just clearing the entire stage with just 1 auto attack is so cool. I love Franky, man. Franky is probably my most wanted legend because he's just cool. It doesn't matter that he's slower than other people. It doesn't matter that he's not a speed farmer. He's just fun. Like, being able to clear a whole stage with 1 auto attack is really cool. I don't care like what people say about him or how he's not a top tier legend or whatever. He's just like the most fun character I've ever seen. So that part's really nice. So on this final boss, which I think is really cool, is I'm using a treasure mode A special here to get my full board of matching orbs as well as my type boost, and then using a Franky to go to the dab mode, and I am then gonna keep popping Ichiji in order to get myself a chain lock. And what's really funny, I just target the Moria here and it wave clears the entire room, which is so sick. I love this part, but it doesn't do damage until you go through the barriers, and when you start going through the barriers, BAM! Just start monstering everybody. So that part's really cool. And he's essentially a 5x multiplier when you hit him with fighter characters, so that part's really nice as well. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for my multiple team compilation guide for Colosseum Moria. My name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we got lots of support in the channel, and of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you hit the bell notification right next to it to get notifications every time I drop a video. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Peace.